I was looking at a YouTube video of a black conservative Christian speaking on Jamal Bryant out of Atlanta, Georgia, calling for a 40-day fast of Target starting on March 5th. Jamal Bryant goes on to say that Target promised to invest $2 billion into the black community. I'm assuming via DEI hires and so on and so forth, merchandise and stuff like that. Now, mind you, Jamal Bryant is a pastor of a church. He's calling for a 40-day fast from Target. He's not calling for a 40-day fast for your sons and daughters to come off drugs. He's not calling for a 40-day fast for salvation for your lost loved ones. He's not calling for a 40-day fast for you to be healed of cancer, diabetes, or things of that nature. He's not calling for a 40-day fast for you to have some type of financial breakthrough. He's not calling for a 40-day fast for you to get closer to God so you could hear his voice, He's calling for a 40-day fast from Target. And he went on to say to sell your stock from Target. Whatever stock you got in Target, he wants you to sell. Basically, he wants Target to plummet. In other words, what I hear Jamal Bryant saying is vengeance is ours. He demands social justice. Kind of reminds me of Barabbas when he was going around killing Romans, demanding that that Israel be loosed from Roman bondage. He's demanding that black people be loosed from American bondage, from the white man's bondage. I guess the white man being the 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. For the past 4 years, Target was one of the biggest suppliers of the LGBTQ plus LMNOP community, rainbow community. Supporting LGBTQ merchandise, trans merchandise, all that stuff. Yeah. Introducing all of it to our children, letting our children know it is okay to be woke and woke. But not one time did the church, New Birth, go to Target and protest that, which, when I flip over my Bible, I read that God is not with that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that God don't love those people, because he definitely do. But, he doesn't love, sin. You know what I'm saying? That was the type of stuff that I would think that the church would kind of stand up against. But no, they welcome that. And of course, Target is being sued. And, I don't really feel sorry for Target for being sued, because Target should have never aligned themselves with that agenda. But they did. So now you got to get sued and go through whatever you got to go through. DEI hiring was never right. Constitution protects us against discrimination. You can't rewrite the Constitution in that way. Things must be amended and so on and so forth. But we are protected in the Constitution against discrimination from, the color of our skin, from our age, from disability, and things of that nature. And if black people would like to look up where they benefited DEI at, they were like 7th on the list. Number 1 being white women. And of course, that the LGBTQ plus was ahead of y'all. You know that, right? Just look it up. Just go Google it. I don't have to do the homework for you. You Google it like I did. But I want you guys to understand something. People like, this man, Jamal Bryant, I'm just going to say activist, woke activist, him, Al Sharpton, people like that. Understand that these people were getting, allegedly, federal funds for different programs. If you even just Google New Birth and see that they were getting federal funds for different programs, which were great programs, like for food and, scholarships and all that, that's great, But understand that churches are 501(c)(3)s, meaning they don't have to report that to the IRS. So where's all that money going? Is it really all going for what it's supposed to go for? Or maybe a little bit going deep in somebody's pocket? I don't know. I'm just saying. I want you to think about that. You had a presidential candidate preaching a sermon about the Good Samaritan from the pulpit. Was she invited, and did the church get any money for that? I don't know. Look it up. Ask the questions. We don't ask with a K questions. But I digress. All I can tell you is this. When you see Jamal Bryant, in my opinion, and Al Sharpton, in my opinion, fight so hard for something, you can best believe, in my opinion, allegedly, it's not fact, but allegedly, that they're getting something out of it. And it ain't just no justice, no peace for you. As for me protesting Target, hell no. I'm going to still be targeting, and I'm going to walk right through the protest line. And if I'm told something, or if I'm touched in any type of way, I'm going to be hollering no justice, no peace at the courthouse against you. I'm not with this. Got too many plants in pulpits and pulpit pimps, all about community and culture and nothing about the kingdom of God. I can't tell you when I done flipped through a video and seen Jamal Bryant laying hands on the sick and they recover, leading someone to salvation, to Jesus Christ. When the church becomes more about you than it is about God, it's time to pick up your bags and get to stepping. Remember when Kamala Harris walked up in that church and that young lady stood up and she did not like the fact she was there, and they put her out. And as she was leaving out, she looked at her neighbor and said, "What about the children?" I commend that young lady. Young lady, if you see this video, I commend you. It was just God allowing you to get kicked out because he's separating wheat and tare. God bless.